So this Rev video is, I don't know too much about this VTuber in question. I know a little bit. You guys may have heard of her. She's a horse VTuber. She's a horse girl VTuber, and she's very I like militaristic. Like she sounds very, yeah, is it Tome or Tomo? Yeah, she's like a military horse VTuber, but she's very sweet. And she does talk about like military stuff, but she's in the military. Okay, so she's in the military. Yeah, I get the feeling like she's kind of like modeled it maybe off of Reckless. Oh, she's a sergeant. She's a sergeant in the military. Okay, so yeah. So apparently someone tried to like cancel her. Apparently someone on Twitter tried to cancel her, and well, I'm guessing it didn't go quite the way they thought it would. So let's check out.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we'll be going over a situation where a VTuber is being canceled and attacked for not wanting to be political. In fact, we're gonna look at some other VTubers attacking this individual, calling them a coward. This person being this VTuber in question.
Okay, this is completely sideways. I don't know if this is a facet of her model or not. You guys can tell me, because I've only seen clips of her. Is it a part of her model that she has the flag in her eyes? Like, is that a part of her model that she has the American flag sort of stretched between her eyes? It's a toggle. Okay, I just noticed that. I got the stars here and I got the stripes here. I wasn't sure if that was like, I never noticed that in anything before. So, okay, it's a toggle. Great toggle. That's an awesome toggle, I gotta say.
An active U.S. military member. Now, before we get into this whole situation, it feels like it's 2020 all over again with these ridiculous cancellation campaigns. You guys know I've been dealing with it myself the past week or so. I talked about it yesterday, and I just want to say thanks for the crazy amount of support, whether it's the super thanks or the crazy amount of new patrons. I'm going to put a link to this in the pinned comment. I'm working on my page. I'm reworking some things, and I cannot believe the amount of support I've gotten. I appreciate it so much. But let's get back into the content for today. So the VTuber in question here is Tomo Umari. They're a military tomboy horse girl VTuber. Wow. Sign me up. That sounds pretty interesting. And of course, they are a patriotic one. Again, as I said, they are active military. So it kind of fits with their life as well. Now,
in regards to the advanced GG thing, he did put out a video yesterday, and I think he talked about it for like maybe a minute or two, and then went on talking about Hybrid. So he didn't talk about it much, because realistically speaking, there's nothing for him to talk about. And in fact, him not talking about it is probably for the best, because it was literally like him and another VTuber got into like a pissing match on Twitter, and people that agreed with Rev vocalized their agreement with him, and people that hate Rev made the unfounded claim that Rev's community was bullying the VTuber Layla, and then they also proceeded to bully Advanced GG and said, how can you be in a partnership with someone like this? And the CEO or the brother CEO or something of Advanced GG came out with a public statement against ICE, and Rev is obviously pro-ICE, and people were bullying Advanced GG, saying, how could you do this? And a couple of like small little VTubers that were sponsored by them left, making a big statement, I'm leaving Advanced GG. And so Advanced GG dropped Rev and Darling Straub, and over bullshit. That's literally it. There's honestly nothing Rev could say. He made like, I think, a 1-minute statement in his last video, and that's all he should say. There's literally nothing that he could or needs to say about the situation. He basically, Advanced GG bowed to cancel culture. It's going to destroy their company because they got rid of their biggest collaborator with Rev and Darling Straub. They got rid of their two biggest collaborators because they bowed and scraped and kissed the ring of people that are not going to be buying their products anyway. And so now the people that were buying their products were probably more majoritively speaking, buying the products on because they're using Rev's code, because they were supporting Rev. And so now they're all fucking off because they just piss off a huge customer base, and Advanced GG is going to go under. I'd say within probably a month or two, if that, I'm going to hear that Advanced GG is going under. And honestly, there's nothing that Rev needs to say. He started his Patreon. The owners of Dragon Tea have already, I believe, have already reached out to him to offer sponsorship. He needs to say nothing more. He just keep doing what he's doing. And that's all he's got to do.
Active military, so it kind of fits with their life as well. Now, she made some tweets recently earlier.
Going to be like Kershay's situation with Mob City.
Maybe, I don't know about Kershay's situation with Mob City, so I can't speak to it.
Kind of fits with their life as well. Now, she made some tweets recently earlier this month saying, I feel like I must reiterate this. I'm not interested in associating with politics as a VTuber. Yes, I love my country. No, I don't care to discuss politics. Saying this probably won't stop the nut jobs who keep trying to spark political debates under my whimsical posts, but alas. Okay, this used to be a very
Twitter,
normal
unfortunately.
thing. A VTuber saying, I don't want to be political. That was like the norm for so long, but now the narrative has shifted on Twitter where people are demanding VTubers like this speak out about every political issue out there. Otherwise, they're problematic, they're a coward, what have you. Now, here is the antagonist of today's video. This Moemi individual who was very upset seeing these posts. They had a complete meltdown.
This is true. This is true. Nobody has demanded that I speak out on something. Now, granted, I can be rather opinionated. Both in my streams and on Twitter. And sometimes, some subject matters that I talk about, unfortunately, because literally everything is political these days, and so somebody's going to take, you can take, I could hold up a box of tissues right now and say, this is a box of tissues. And someone will try and make it political. Oh, don't you know that this party is using slave labor to create those, like someone will take literally anything and make it political. That is the world that we're living in right now. And so it's like, you can talk about like being factual. Like when I did my review, with Rich's point by point review of the shooting in Minnesota. And I basically, went strictly factual, no politics whatsoever. Like this was strictly like analyzing the evidence, basically doing an evidentiary investigation into the events in question. Of course, naturally, in the comments, there's going to be politicization of it. No matter what you do these days, if you are a public figure, there's going to be politicization of literally anything you say, or there's going to be a demand of politicization in every way. Like when I've taken numerous stances where it's just like middle of the road, or I've criticized something on one side and then also criticized something on the other side, I've been called everything under the sun. Like when I do criticisms, I don't give a fuck about the political affiliation. If I see something I'm going to criticize. I give a fuck about the politics behind it. But people will invariably try to politicize it. I've been called fascist. I've been called MAGA. I've been called Istaphobe. I've been called everything under the sun because I have an opinion, but my opinion's not based on politics. My opinion is based upon evidence, upon fact, upon basically the situation. But that's going to get politicized. And that's literally, if you are a public figure, everything you do will try to get forcibly politicized. Because these days, people only know how to live in politics. They don't understand. They can't live in a world where politics is not a driving factor for literally every decision, every action that they make. And I kind of feel bad for them because that means that they'll never know happiness. If all they know is politics, they will never know happiness.
Who was very upset seeing these posts. They had a complete meltdown, making this post saying, another day is a morally neutral and
To all the people calling Tomo a coward, go join the military. Go on. You're all so brave. Go sign up
Coward?
right now.
Are people actually calling Tomo a coward? Really? I hadn't heard about that. I hadn't heard about them calling her a coward. They're obviously taking issue because, like, the whole purpose of the story is, like, she won't, like, comment on it. I didn't think they were actually calling her a coward. Oh, God, I just read this tweet. Are you fucking serious right now? What is with this fucking psychopath? Turn this industry plant horse into glue? I'm so for real? What? What in the fucking psychotic? That is insane. That is absolutely fucking insane. What the fuck is wrong with this person?
making this post saying, another day as a morally neutral and innocent nationalist. And then they say, turn this industry plant horse into glue. I'm so for real. So what they're trying to imply here, and I think it's clear as day, is that she should be offed because she doesn't want to engage in politics on her VTuber related account. This is completely unhinged, and we're going to talk about kind of the intent of posts like this. I think it's one thing if someone's joking about this, like who's in her community and clearly likes her, versus someone like this who's unhinged and clearly really doesn't like her and has been obsessing over her for quite some time at this point, at least weeks, maybe even months. And of course, the comments were shredding this individual at the time because, first of all, they're Canadian. And as pointed out here, yeah, I don't think a country that...
Wait, the rat girl is Canadian? Okay.
...relies entirely on the United States for its defense should be barking up that tree, son. Communist when someone doesn't feel obliged to be political online, F you in your struggle sessions. Leave country crying about the best country once again. Pay no attention here.
Okay, well, I gotta say this. Stop lumping these fucking psychopaths in with all Canadians. It's a okay. I don't care. Stop lumping these schizo people from Canada with the rest of Canada because the majority of Canada doesn't think like this. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now. The majority of Canada doesn't think that the way that these freak shows do. But because they have a platform and they have a voice, it makes it seem like they do. I'm going to tell you right now, they don't. The people like this rat VTuber are the minority. The majority of the people don't think this way. The majority of the people in Canada don't like the way the country is gone. The majority of the people in Canada want the government to change entirely. They fucking hate the way the government's going. So they are, unfortunately, an extremely vocal minority. So I need to point that the fuck out.
It goes on and on. You get it, right? People are not really too impressed with this whole situation here. But the struggle session would continue with this clip from their recent stream.
Influencers deserve to and should speak on topics that affect them. Fence setting is cringe and actually is harmful.
Wait, what? What the? Dude, fucking speak normal.
Influencers deserve to.
This clip from their recent stream.
Influencers deserve to and should speak on topics that affect them. Fence setting is cringe and actually is harmful. Yeah, but they don't see it as that because...
No, it's not. No, it's not. If you're in the middle and and either you don't have an opinion about something or you're undecided about something, is not cringe and is I realize he's reading chat. I realize he's reading from his chat. It's not cringe and it's damn sure not hurtful. Not in the fucking slightest. if you don't have an opinion on something, and you're undecided about something because you don't have enough information to make a decision on it, there is nothing cringe about that. There's goddamn sure nothing harmful about it. I will say that right the fuck off. There is nothing harmful about not having an opinion on something. To make the determination that not having an opinion is harmful, guess what? Is harmful. It's actually harmful to have that opinion about someone who doesn't have an opinion.
Them fence sitting is cringe and actually is harmful. Yeah, but they don't see it as that because, again, fence sitting is what gets these people money. If you fence
Yo, you cock-gobbling thunder cunts. What earns VTubers money is by engaging with their chat. By having a stream where they can engage with their chat. They can have fun with their chat. They can look at interesting things with their chat. They can even, like we did earlier tonight, rage with their chat. Fence sitting, what he's describing right now is fucking Boogie. He's describing Boogie right now. Because Boogie is a notorious fence sitter. Or at least he used to be before he became an absolute lolcow. And Boogie tried to monetize his fence sitting. Boogie is the exception, not the rule. But of course he's not going to look at the fine minutia of that. He just could say, like, oh, if you're a fence sitter, you're a grifter. No, dude. It just means that maybe you don't have an opinion on something because you don't want to engage on that particular topic, or you don't have enough information about that particular topic to make an informed decision. And heaven forbid someone would want to actually have proper information and make an informed decision about something before actually making said decision and vocalizing said decision.
sit, you will get money. Why would anyone want to hear the harsh reality of the world when you could plug up your ears like a coward? Which Tomo is. Tomo is a coward. Just want to make...
Oh, fuck you, dude. Oh, fuck you very much. You fucking crawl, You're gonna call Tomo a coward, who is actually a sergeant in the military, and is actually serving the country, and is just VTubing to have fun, and you're gonna call her a coward. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You have absolutely zero room to call anybody a coward. Zero room whatsoever. She's probably done more with her life than you will ever hope to achieve. She is a VTuber, she's a popular VTuber, and I bet you that's why he's attacking her, is because she's more Herein lies the bitch behind the rat. He's butthurt, and not in the fun way for him, that she's more popular than him. By doing apolitical content and just having fun, and she's more popular and making more money than him when he is pushing ideology. And he's so pissed that someone who's cute and fun and apolitical and enjoys streaming and has fun with her chat is doing so much better than him. That's what it always boils down to. When people like this, cock gobbler say stuff like this, it's pure jealousy. And he's calling her a coward because I'm guessing he doesn't expect her to slap back. That would be my guess, because people always say this to people about people that don't want to get involved. That want to just basically just have fun and don't want to get involved in drama. So they throw the word coward around because they don't expect them to clap back so they can go, ha, see, they didn't say it. They didn't say anything. Actually, hang on. Let me do it right. Ha, see, they didn't say anything back. I'm right because they didn't say anything to counter what I said. So obviously I must be right because they didn't say a word otherwise. So they really are a coward because they didn't say anything. That's the mentality of this brain dead trust fund. Right here. Yeah, it's not even rage baiting. He's trying to basically farm. He's hate farming is what he's doing. He's hate farming because he's going to go after a VTuber that is not going to clap back because she's just going to ignore him, and he's hoping to basically get he's hate farming to get like a story like this, to get likes on Twitter, to get traction on Twitter, so to in a desperate attempt for people to go, I wonder what the hell this guy's all about, and try and get them to come to his stream. That's what this is all about. He is desperate for attention, and so he's going to go after somebody that he knows can't clap back because she's military. She could, with her pinky finger, fucking destroy him. And it's not even a matter of her being American and him being Canadian. It has nothing to do with it. Because I would happily just fucking rip this guy 5 new assholes if he wanted to try and pull this bullshit with me. Unfortunately, he didn't. He went with Tomo, who is a sweetheart and just wants to stay neutral. So that's, again, what if I always said about these people? They go after the soft targets. They go after the people that don't want to have anything to do with the drama. And they'll go after the soft targets because that way they can go, see, they didn't answer back. I'm justified. I'm so much better than them. And it's a desperate plea for attention, and it's a desperate plea to try and bolster up their stream views with hate. Well, no, she is a soft target in that she won't respond, and that she's staying neutral and staying apolitical. That's what I define as being a soft target. Bearing in mind, I've said this before, when I say that someone is a soft target, does not imply that the soft target in question is weak. Far from it. It's when I say soft target, it's someone that won't bother to engage and defend. They'll just ignore, and that the attacker will basically capitalize on this and say, they're being weak, and they won't respond to me, so I'm just going to keep attacking. That's what I refer to being a soft target. If she actually did want to defend herself, I have zero doubt that she could put him in his place in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, she could put him in his place. But she's choosing not to engage, and that's why I categorize it as being a, quote, soft target.
That abundantly clear. So you become a coward. You don't want to challenge any ideas. You don't want to stand up for anything. And you get people like you see in that reply section.
And again, this is ideology demanding that you have to actually stand up for something. This is ideologues demanding that you actually have to be political. That it's not possible for you to live and exist in this world and in the streaming space unless you stand up and promote an ideology. Ironically enough, it is unconscionable for him that any streamer would not promote an ideology. It simply does not compute in his brain that someone would stream just for fun and not promote an ideology. It cannot compute because he's a dumb fuck. Because he's a dumb fuck, and because he's made politics his entire personality, it does not compute. He fucking blue screens at the very idea that someone's like, I don't want to engage in politics. I don't like politics. I don't want to have anything to do with politics, so I'm not going to engage in it. The very idea of that causes him to blue screen and causes him to basically attack like this. Because this is what happens when weak, pathetic little bitch boys basically get put in their place. They attack, they read, they hiss, they scratch, they go, no, you have to. You have to talk about this. If you don't talk about this, then how can I attack you back and try and make you, point out that you're like a MAGA freak or point out that you're a fascist. If you don't say anything, I can't use that label on you. So you have to attack because I want to be able to call you a fascist. That's basically what this is. This is desperation to stick a hate label on them.
And you see how she replies to other people. She's a clown. She's a clown, and she's my personal jester at this point. She's getting dog-dicked by a Canadian that...
Fuck you. Fuck you, boy. Bye. You want to play that fucking game, you come at me. I'm an American and I live in Canada. So I'm putting this message out to you right now, motherfucker. Come at me. Because she might want to just like not engage and just wants to do her own thing. God bless her for that. I'm not so nice. Try that shit with me, motherfucker. Go ahead. You fucking try. See what fucking happens. Why don't you come at someone who's not afraid to clap back? Go ahead. I'm not scared of you. I have no problem clapping the fuck back, and I'm apolitical. I don't give a fuck about politics. You want to try playing that game, though? Try playing with someone who doesn't mind getting a little loud.
Put her shit to light again, and everyone is rightfully criticizing her. Someone said she doesn't deserve hate. She's not getting enough.
Correct.
Because I think that's a miserable person hiding behind her flag, and she's using it.
Hot meat fucking kettle. Now we're into the projection. He just said that she must be so fucking miserable. Dude, you're the one that's doing nothing but... yeah, he's saying like, oh, she's hiding and I'm sure she's miserable. Dude, the projection is fucking staggering right now. You are just reading and... Motherfucker, hang on. Hang on, chat. I need to take a sip of coffee. Ugh. God, you know what? I think that's Yeah. This coffee is stronger than his feelings. Hang on, I need another drink. Yeah, definitely stronger than his feelings.
More as a shield than something to be actually patriotic about.
Ooh, shiver me timbers. This VTuber is really taking off the gloves and, well, just showing how unhinged they are. They're basically saying that Tomu should get more hates, which is a very nice thing of them to say. Absolutely unhinged. And also they go through this whole struggle session calling her a coward. Dude, she's an active service member. You're calling that person a coward because they don't want to express political beliefs or be pressured into doing so on their VTuber related account. You think this is like going to save lives or something? It's the most ridiculous virtue signaling. And we all know with these individuals, when they want you to speak up about a topic, you know what they mean. Either you agree with what I believe in my entire agenda or say something different.
Hang on. Mods! I have a task for you. Actually, no. Unnecessary. I will do this myself. Hang on. I want to check something really quick. What's this fucker's name again? Moemi? Alright. Yay! Chat, I think we have our answers. How is her name spelled again? So, somebody spell out her name really quick for me. I can't remember how it's spelled. Tell me. Thank you. Is it Tomei Umari? Yeah, Tomei Umari, right? Yes. Okay. Chat, I know why he's doing this. I know exactly why he's doing this. You want to know why he's doing this? I show you. This is his Twitch tracker. He averages 24 views. He's peaked at 39. He's losing 0.53 followers per hour. And he's minus 7,000 followers. Highest number of viewers is 109. Now let's look at Tomek. Oh, would you look at that? Average view count of 393. Dating followers, high followers per hours, peak viewers 655, highest number of followers 3,281. Now we know why he's such a little bitch. Now we know why he's desperately being such a little bitch. Yaour streamed 13, and she streamed more hours. She streamed fewer hours. Now we know why the femboy rat is being such a little bitch. He's desperate. Absolutely desperate. There it is. Right fucking there. Now we know why he's doing this. He is desperate to get more views. Because he's getting fuck all, and he's hoping to get hate watchers. That's all this is. This is pathetic little bitch boy desperation.
And I'm going to harass you. It's clear as day. And this person believes she deserves more harassment. So yeah, like that's not too much of a big extension here. But Tomu would make a sort of follow-up to everything saying, this is the last time I'll hopefully ever have to speak on it, but please stop saying this person needs to say something. Nobody owes you anything, regardless of what you may believe. Let content creators make the content they want to make in peace. I think it's that simple. If you want to twist this message into me being the bad guy that deserves to die because I know some of you will, or whatever, then sure, go ahead. I'll continue offering a chill space for my community where they can take a break from all of the hecticness in the world, which I think is a very fair take, but of course, someone disagreed. Return of the antagonist here.
Here we go.
A YouTube video with the caption, "Silence is compliance."
Oh my god, you fucking cuck. Oh my god, you little cuck boy rat. Dude, you're giving rat VTubers a bad name. Like, I'm gonna rip in you because I know that there are good rat VTubers. Like, you're giving, like, just stop. You're literally giving rat VTubers a bad name here. You're literally gonna try and pull a parody or an alternative to silence is violence. Fuck you, dude. Silence is not compliance. See, only a Sith thinks in absolutes like you, my cock gobbler. You're like, by only being able to think in absolutes like this, you're actually, it's so funny. He's actually showcasing his lack of intelligence. Yeah, you're right, I should. Yeah, I'm putting on the cat ears now. I'm putting on the cat ears for this. A rat wants to go after a horse, I'm putting on the fucking cat ears. Hell yes. Seriously. This level of thinking denotes low intelligence. You are actually, he's actually showing that he is a low intelligent person. And I don't use that expression often at all. I do not often use that expression. But if you're going to come up with silence is compliance, which is a lateral shift from silence is violence, you are an unintelligent individual. To conflate it that way. That means that you are not capable. You do not have the mental acuity to look at detail, context, minutia, or the fact that someone simply does not want to engage in political discourse because that's not their thing and they want to stream to have fun. The fact that he cannot figure this out denotates that he has the IQ of a toddler. The fact that he can't figure this out means that he is an unintelligent individual, that perhaps maybe social media isn't for him, and he should get used to putting the fries in the bag.
Wow, like I said, guys, we're back in 2020. Like I am feeling the shift people are starting up these cancellation campaigns. They're forcing you to speak on the current thing. And if you don't, or you give the wrong answer, they're going to harass you endlessly and try to cancel you in every way possible. And you can see the caption here, a performative patriot, coming from this person who clearly is not serving in any sort of a way. Like, it seems a bit odd to call someone a performative patriot. Are you implying that they're not a patriot? It just doesn't make any sense. But
oh, and by the way, I'm curious if Moemi has done any time in the military. Hey, Semboy, how many years did you spend in the military? How many years did you spend serving your country in the military that you feel you have the authority to criticize a currently serving member of the military? By the way, before I forget, Tome, thank you for the service. I hope you are doing well, and, well, thank you for the service. Moving on. When's the last time you served in the military, Moemi? When's the last time you put on the uniform? When's the last time you did the march? When's the last time you did the PT? When's the last time you did the training? You wanna criticize a currently serving military member in the United States Army? I believe she's Army. When's the last time you joined the Canadian military? When's the last time you ran drills? When's the last time you did PT? When's the last time you did a 20K rock march? Oh, never. Oh, shut the fuck up then. Tome has bigger balls than you will ever dream of having. The fact that she is an active serving member of the military and you're a whiny little femboy bitch means she has bigger balls than you can ever hope to dream of.
let's hear what this person has to say in their latest struggle session.
Accountability and responsibility does not exist in current day content creation.
Wait a second. Is he trying to do some kind of quasi-Canadian military uniform here? Is that what this is supposed to be? Like some kind of futuristic Canadian military uniform? Oh my god. So it's okay, so he's LARPing. So he's gonna LARP against an actual serving military member. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure there's going to be some Canadian military members that are actually going to have a problem with this. Reasonably sure that a bunch of actively serving Canadian military members are going to have a big fucking problem with you dumpstering on a U.S. service member. Because despite the problems happening with the politics between the U.S. and Canada, the military actually has high respect for one another. The U.S. military actually has high respect for the Canadian military. The Canadian military actually has high respect for the U.S. military. They do respect one another. Dude, you're pissing them both off by doing this. Good fucking job.
Instead, nowadays we have content creators doing anything and everything to make sure they get as much money as possible from every single viewer. Tomo Umari is not an exception to any of this. A perpetual victim and coward who constantly hides behind her flag and her country to
He's just asking to get dogpiled, isn't he? Like, we're not gonna do it. We're like, none of you guys dogpile. You guys know my rule. No brigading. It's not going to stop me from laughing from the entire internet just dumpstering on him. I will happily point and laugh while the internet just, like, beats him into a pulp. But seriously. He's gonna, oh god. He's like the hippies back from Vietnam that were calling all of this military service members coming back from the Vietnam cowards. Oh my god, what a fucking loser. Dude, go put the fries in the bag.
avoid any responsibility for anything she says or does. Despite LARPing as a military patriot who's adamant about being apolitical, she's most notable for her takes such as,
"They're trying to hide the truth from us, but we know the truth, and we will fight for this truth until the bitter end." So yes, horses for everybody. Canada will be deleted promptly. That goes without saying. We need to make sure that happens fast. We need to strike them when they least expect it. We need to basically sucker punch them and drain them of their resources and then cut them off completely.
Now,
Okay, so clearly this dumbass doesn't know what parody is. So this person has so little intelligence that he can't recognize a joke or yeah, she's fucking doing a bit and making fun of Trump. Literally doing satire and making a joke. So he is so butthurt that he can't figure out that this is a joke. Like, I just watched this and I'm like, the first thing that she said with like delete Canada, I was like, hello. But then I went, oh, she's doing a bit. And then it was in like 0.5 seconds. It was pretty fucking obvious. Okay, she's doing a fucking bit. This would be like me saying, all right, so clearly what we need to do, because this would be like me doing a bit where it's talk about how the U.S. is clearly doing something like this. So the obvious response would be to, we have to go World War I on their asses and pretend like we're being all nice and we're going to capitulate and then basically just like, start committing war crimes and just guerrilla warfare into the heart and just kill everybody. It'd be a bit like that, where I'm making a joke about about Canada basically, using the Geneva checklist as like a shopping list for war. It'd be the same fucking thing. But clearly because he is so desperate, it's a desperate for relevancy. That's what it is. He's desperately trying to be relevant. And be relevant to all 35 of the people in his chat.
May come as a shock to you, but this video is not being well received with about a 75% dislike ratio. It's very interesting to see this person's intro here where they're talking about someone doing anything and everything to try to get more money or more engagement. Like this is the definition of doing that. Picking fights with larger content creators to hope to get some traction. Well, it's not
now
working.
71 to 300. Good.
The 3 people seal clapping your performative nonsense in the comments. That's not going to help you do anything. Okay, this is a weird fight to start. It seems hyper focused on this individual for some reason. I don't know what this person did to upset this person so much, but yeah.
I know. She's military. I know exactly what caused her to upset him so much. She's U.S. military. She's proud to be U.S. military, and that's it. That's literally all it took to basically shove the carrot up this rat's ass. Just being a proud military service member. Because these days, it's in vogue to shit on people that are proud of the military in the United States. Because, because they think that the military, that they think that military servicemen and women have any fucking say whatsoever in the orders that they receive from their commanders or their commander-in-chief. And because some people disagree with the commander-in-chief, they since they can only do going after the commander-in-chief so much, he's more of a hard target because he don't give a fuck. They're going to go after the service members, and in this case, a VTuber service member. So they're going to go after a VTuber service member because, again, it's my whole thing about soft targets. That's someone that doesn't want to engage, that just wants to have fun while they're streaming, and so they consider that a soft target, and they're going to go after them. And because they don't clap back, they can just go, see, I'm right, because she's not saying anything back.
They're going through and showing examples of this hateful behavior. It's very obvious jokes about Canada. Like, what do you mean? Are we going to be serious for just a second? And they're going to now turn around and try to compare her reaction to people making the glue factory jokes in her own community versus him doing it. Yeah, there's a difference, but let him try to explain this one.
Yet when a Canadian VTuber decides to make a joke about a fictional horse girl turning into glue, that's a step too far. Even go
Literally, dude, turning a horse into glue is anachronism for murder. You literally said that the horse VTuber should be murdered because she's apolitical and just having fun. Yes, people are going to take issue with it. I'm in Canada and I take issue with you cock gobbler.
Going so far as going on her Twitter to declare that it was death threats made against her. Yet when she rightfully pisses people off, this is what she has to say.
Maybe I'm just insensitive.
How has she pissed people off? The only reason she's pissed people off is because she hasn't pissed people off, and that pisses people off. You dumb fuck. You're the only people she pisses off are people like you, because she doesn't actually piss anyone off. She's very neutral. And because she has not pissed anybody off, therefore giving you any ammunition to attack her with your psychotic righteousness, that pisses you off, that she has not made herself a target. Do you see how fucking insane you are? You are an insane person. You need to get offline. Clearly, VTubing is not working out for you. Clearly, this is not the avenue that you need to be pursuing. You need to go and, like, touch some grass and eat some cheese.
Maybe I'm just insensitive. Maybe my sense of humor doesn't jive with a lot of people. That's probably not it. I think I just keep attracting some really dainty fellas that do not take jokes very well.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to rewind this a bit because I do not want to obscure the cute horse girl. I would not want to do that to you guys.
Humor doesn't jive with a lot of people. That's probably not it. I think I just keep attracting some really dainty fellas that do not take jokes very well.
Yes, you call them dainty.
I need to, like, put like a disclaimer in all of my shorts that says like, "Hey, this is a fucking joke. Stop getting upset, please." I don't
She's
understand
adorable.
the point of getting mad at a VTuber joke of all things. You know, like that's like such a weird battle. Horse girl getting sent to the glue factory. The you mean? What did I do? What did I do?
You're more than willing to giggle like an idiot.
To your point, Revan, she doesn't even have military humor. She's just a sweetheart. She doesn't even have... I have more military humor than she does. She's just a sweetheart. She's just a sweet horse girl that happens to be a military service member. And she's just sweet. Doesn't even have that humor.
She has one of the most inventive and cute models I have ever seen. No offense to other VTubers.
Thank you, grumpy veteran.
What did I do?
You're more than willing to giggle like an idiot at the same joke I made. The only difference is that it was made by one of your chatters. It's incredibly hypocritical and pathetic to be offended at the same shit that you do constantly. I'm sorry you're so dainty. The funniest thing is that
This guy's putting himself on such a pedestal. Holy crap, dude. Why don't you... Dude, oh my god. Rat boy, why don't you climb down off the cross, use the wood to build a bridge, and get over it? You fucking done. You're done. Nobody's buying this. You're looking more and more pathetic right now.
this spawned simply because of a JJK meme, and I thought it was perfectly applicable to her. It took me a grand total of 5 minutes to make this. Here's another one that took me 5 minutes to make. This summarizes the average
Really? So now you look at that. He's equating her because she's apolitical and just wants to have fun on stream. He's basically doing the MAGA and Nazi. Again, okay, she instantaneous, she wins. If he posted this meme online, well, Tommy wins. You're done, dude. She wins.
Whoa, guys. When they made that post, what they said or the message that was trying to be conveyed, it didn't matter because they made it in under 5 minutes. Yeah, that's how this works. If it doesn't take you very long to do something or say something, it's not that serious, bro. Here's the difference. When her community is making these jokes, it's clearly in jest. They don't actually hate her or wish any harm. This person, on the other hand, this person does not like her and is very hostile and aggressive towards her,
Yeah.
and is implying many awful things, claiming she's like some horrible, awful person, and her community is filled with all these terrible, awful, despicable human beings. So when you're doing these quote-unquote jokes, it's not landing the same, and no, she should not receive.
Is that what it is? This is Boss's outfit from MSG3/Delta? Oh my god. I thought it looked military. Oh my god. So the femboy pissant rat that is reeing against a U.S. military service member is in a model wearing the Boss's outfit from Metal Gear Solid 3/Delta. Oh, fucking course. Oh my god, this is desperate. Oh dear god, this is desperate. You know what this is? This is the perfect comparison. This is literally a, like, what's where I'm looking for? This is like a true to life rat squeaking angrily at a true to life horse. That's literally what this is. This would be what we're seeing here is if a real life rat was squeaking angrily at a real life horse, and the horse is just like, "The fuck are you doing down there?" And then probably goes back to just munching on some hay. Like, the horse does not concern itself with the ire of a tiny little squeaky rat. Basically is what this is. You know the whole thing of the lion does not concern itself with the feelings of its prey? Yeah, we're there. So the horse does not concern itself with the anger of a tiny rat.
Receive it the same way. I also find this whole situation very weird, where this person's like, you need to say something. You're coming across a woman who's saying she's uncomfortable and doesn't want to do something, and you're telling her, no, you have to do it, or I'm going to insult you and berate you and slam.
Yeah, not very DEI or woke of you, huh? Trying to force a woman to do something? That's not very woke of you, Mr. Femboy. Mr. Femboy Rat Vtuber. Not very woke of you. You know, you're saying like because clearly he wants Tomei to be talking in favor to his side regarding Minnesota, because that was the meme that he put out. Like, he's clearly wanting her to say fuck ICE, obviously, but he wants to force her to say fuck ICE, which you want to force a woman to do something? That's not very woke of you, Mr. Femblade, that rat VTuber. Not very woke of you whatsoever.
Slander you. Very weird stuff, but here's kind of the end of the video. It's not very long in total here, but this is the closing statement from this individual.
You can't even muster up the courage to say that you don't want your country to murder its civilians. It's not a political take to have empathy for your countrymen. You use your platform to be an ignorant airhead, and you are arrogant in that nothing you say will matter for you. You don't use your community or platform to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, or provide for the common defense. The oath you promised to uphold when you started to serve your country has now become obsolete in the grand scheme of things. You watch—
Dude, you are the absolute last fucking person to be preaching about the oath that she took as someone that entered into the military. You can fuck right the hell off with that bullshit. Oh yeah, he's reading a script. Absolutely, he's reading a script. Like, dude, you are from Canada. You have never served in the military, to say nothing of the American military. You can fuck right off, you little bitch. Don't you even try to fucking quote the don't you even try to quote the preamble to the Constitution to someone who is in the U.S. military. When you're sitting here pretending wearing the boss's outfit and lisping away what with your lip-wristed bullshit. I may not be a Canadian. I fucking live in Canada. I'm a permanent resident here. So I'm about as close to being Canadian as I can get. And I'm telling you, my guy, fuck right off. fuck right off and go back into the little hidey hole that you came from and eat your cuck cheese. Because nobody wants to hear from you. You're a little bitch. Everybody knows you're a little bitch. You're not going to get hate watchers. Your view counts are still going to be low. You're not going to gain followers from this. You're fucking done. Go put the fries in the back.
As your government continues to beat down and kill your civilians, and still you say nothing, and still you...
The military, oh my god, he's so fucking stupid it defies description. The military's not, the military was not involved. What he's talking about what happened in Minnesota with Renee Good and Alex Preddy. The military was not involved in that, you dumb fuck. Point of fact, the military, the Minnesota National Guard, was handing out donuts to the rioters. It was not the military that was involved in any way, shape, or form. You dunderhead. You absolute fucking troglodyte. You pathetic SJR. There was no military involvement in that whatsoever. It was not in her purview in any way, shape, or form. Why would she fucking talk about that when the military wasn't even involved? You're literally trying to force a woman to say something, you fucking pathetic little cunt.
Do nothing. If you wish to be an actual patriot, you would stand with your countrymen.
People got to use their platforms to ensure justice and domestic tranquility.
Oh, and okay, all right, hold up. I got something for his ass. Here's the line.
To be an actual patriot, you would stand with your countrymen.
People got to...
So how much are you standing for your countrymen with the massive amount of migrant invasion that has occurred in Canada? Where are you standing with your countrymen on the government wanting to pry into your citizenry's lives and basically do forced IDs? Where are you standing with your countrymen where their rights are systematically being taken away from them in terms of being able to own firearms, and where you can have basically mass migrations occurring, and these mass migrants are basically destroying the country, that they are basically, taking all of our resources, that they are, causing all kinds of problems, legal and illegal, with the citizens of the country? Where's your pride for your fellow countrymen, rat boy? Shit that I've been calling out for months. Probably actually more than months, like probably over a year since I've started streaming. That's the kind of stuff, that's me standing with my current countrymen, where I want Canada to be a great fucking country. I want the government to do right by its people. I don't want Canada to be invaded by a foreign fucking nation, which is what Trudeau did when he opened up all the fucking borders to allow everyone and their fucking mother from India and the Middle East to come into the country. Where's your pride for your fellow countrymen, jack off? 'Cause I'm not hearing fuck all from you. I'm a fucking import from America into this country, and I have more pride for the Canadian country than you do. How fucking pathetic are you that someone that came here from America to Canada and has lived in Canada for years has more Canadian pride than you do? That is fucking pathetic.
Use their platforms to ensure justice and domestic tranquility. Amazing stuff. Countless lives were just saved in this moment. I think it's a bit crazy of a concept, but some people like to watch VTubers to escape all these things that are thrown in their face all day long. And some people just want to enjoy a VTuber without having to see that VTuber be
It's okay. I'm getting a little hot on this. I'm getting a little hot on this, and I kind of dipped into politics a little bit there because this guy's pissed me the fuck off with his bullshit. Like, I do try to stay away from politics. I like Tomei. I do try and stay away from politics. I also recognize that there are a great deal of things that I talk about that invariably do dip into politics in some way or another. I fully acknowledge that, but I try and stay neutral on it and look at facts. And not, I look at facts, I look at evidence versus politics. I don't actually delve into, like, when it comes to, like, actual political stuff, I stay the fuck away from it. I stay the hell away from politics in and of themselves. There are some topics, Matt, and I do talk about topical stuff frequently. Invariably, some of it does dip into politics in a small way. Unfortunately, there's no avoiding it. Considering I talk, I talk about current events. There's no, but I don't actually ascribe to a specific party. I look at it from a point of neutrality. I look at facts. I look at evidence. I look at logic, and I look at topics in that way. I don't look at it like I'm as a right-leaning individual. I don't look at it as from a left-leaning individual. I look at it from a point of the middle and look at facts. And that's it. That's how I view things. So I'm not, so it happens because that's just the nature of the world. It can happen sometimes. But no, I don't talk politics. I talk current events, but I don't talk politics. It's just sometimes, invariably, like with what just happened here, with this little shit stain, it can happen where it delves into it slightly. It happens. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Forced or have their arm twisted into making statements because people like this feel so entitled to these statements. They are demanding people like this speak on whatever they want. And again, when they speak, it's not just, oh, they're going to speak their opinion and it'll be respected. No, it's like you have to agree and align with everything the demanders want. Otherwise, they're going to harass you even further.
And that's what I've talked about before, where people like this, if you do not walk in lockstep or goose step with exactly what they want, if you deviate from what they like or their beliefs, even a hair, they will attempt to devour you in a heartbeat. And that's why they're not worth your time. That is why anybody, like, when he started pulling out the tags, like, the Nazi post that he met, that he put out, like, oh, I don't stand for anything, and then he had like the person in the SS uniform going, isn't it great she doesn't like have an ideology or whatever the fucking meme was. That's why I said game over, you just lost the argument. Anytime any of these people try and pull out the buzzwords, game over, they lost the argument. And so if if he was ever to say something to me and start pulling out the buzzwords instantaneously, it's I win. Bye. The minute you have to pull out buzzwords to try and make your point, instead of actually articulating something and actually like trying to provide evidence or facts to substantiate any claims you make, and if instead you default to buzzwords, you lose. I win. Bye-bye.
It's really just kind of a trap at that point. But yeah, nobody was buying any of this. You can see some of the quotes saying this was the rat I've been alluding to this whole time. Used to follow him till he turned out to be such a hateful person that hates anyone that doesn't 100% line with his ideology. Imagine being such a miserable loser that you make it your mission to force an active serving member of the military to make a public political statement to fit your personal moral agenda. And also, by the way, there are a lot of restrictions in your oath as a active military member that restricts what you can say on social media when it comes to politics.
Also true.
Why would someone who already doesn't want to make their streams political bend the knee to people like this and threaten the possibility of punishment on themselves for doing so? Crazy stuff. Absolutely entitled. And also keep in mind, in the post sharing this video, they locked the replies, and the only reply on there is themselves sharing this meme that they also shared in the video.
And there's the sign that they're a little bitch. When they lock the replies, they're a bitch. Because they know that they are about to get absolutely curb stomped by the internet. That's the reason why people lock their replies, is when they know that what they're about to post is going to get them absolutely dumpstered. And so they hide behind a lock.
Video as well. Completely ridiculous. They know exactly what they're doing here. But the comments are savage. Okay, dang dude, just condemned his fate at becoming a successful VTuber. You are so desperate for views that you lied and took a joke videos out of context to slander Tomu. L. I genuinely think you deserve nothing but suffering and harassing and the threats to Tomu because she isn't willing to break the oath she swore to uphold whatever on active service. Cost you nothing to hate on another VTuber, and yet you still want to instigate stuff. Love how you blocked comments on the thread and dismissed quote retweets, all to slam one of the least problematic VTubers rather than some truly controversial ones. Such brave, much stunning. Wow, very.
I love it.
Expository. Bro is one of the biggest.
Damn it, Rev! You're gonna make me do it. It's expository. Oh, Rev! Oh, why do you have to hurt me like this? Rev, why do you have to wound my writer's heart like this? It's expository. Damn it, Rev, I love you. Why must you do this to me? Damn it.
Bro, this is one of the biggest nothing burgers. Why do you even got to drag this drama on even longer? And that's the crazy thing. Like, why are you even dragging this on? And there was one quote I saw that I think is important. This person who has me blocked, and I would imagine doesn't agree with me on many things, but I can agree with their statement here and respect where they're coming from. They say, my country, Minneapolis, is not your personal Hogwarts legacy. We don't want coerced solidarity.
Nice.
And you can't use your straw man on me. I'm not a Tomu fan. I'm trans. I'm unabashedly anti-ICE. And I've been protesting in Minneapolis at the Whipple building. Please, STFU.
Wow. So, okay, you know you fucked up when your precise demographic. This is Moemi's precise demographic. And they're telling him to shut the fuck up. You know you fucked up when this person doesn't like Tomei, not a fan. They're trans and anti-ICE and been protesting. And even they're telling him, shut up.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
They won't. And obviously all this stems from the recent stuff involving ICE, which, you know, I've seen my own insanity involving that. If you dare to...
And to offer a little bit of defensiveness, I think this person was saying, my country and Minneapolis. The grammar is poor. The grammatical use here is poor, but I think they were trying to say that my country and Minneapolis is not your personal Hogwarts legacy. It's just, they forgot a word. They just forgot a word, that's all.
You go against any sort of a narrative, or you, in this case, don't want to speak in any sort of volume, you still get harassed. This whole thing is completely ridiculous. Sorry this individual has to go through this for simply wanting to entertain people and not drag in politics.
Well, she's probably getting a boost from this.
Do their
She's
duty
probably
to their
getting a
country
boost.
without risking it to appease to weirdos on social media. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Wow. Yeah, that's gonna be the funniest part. Just like when people go after Banana Juju, this is only going to boost Tomei. Moebi, ironically enough, killed his own VTubing career, probably, and gave Tomei a boost. That's all this dumbass did, was give Tomei a boost.